Okay, so now we will start with the discussion session. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I do. Could you repeat what was the main reason why you chose this country for your business?
Okay. Yes. So we think that New Zealand would be the best option, not because of advantages, which there are many, but the main reason was because of India having the most disadvantage, being that a lot of its population, I think around 80%, are vegetarian. And, well, Jac and Ray has some vegetarian products, but it's mainly focused on beef. So that's why we think it would be better to focus on New Zealand, since they would have a bigger client base.
I have another question. In your opinion, do you think that your business will really have a big impact in New Zealand?
So I do think that it would have a big impact in New Zealand because, well, first of all, the marketing plan is meant for it to grow a lot. So exponentially, it would have a lot more clients. And, well, besides the marketing plan, it is a product that New Zealand has not seen. They are nothing like the other food industries or food markets that they have. So, yes, I think that Jac and Ray would be a great option to implement in New Zealand. So I have a question for you. If you have tried this product and if you do like it, I would like to know with the presentation, which do you think would be the better country and why?
I do think that New Zealand is a really good option for Jack and Rai to become successful since I have already tried them and I also investigated on this country. And you are, in fact, correct. The New Zealand cuisine is very, very different from this. And also, I learned that in New Zealand, it's very common for international brands to sell their products there in New Zealand because it attracts a lot of tourists. And I do think because it's something that they haven't tried before, I do think that it has a potential in this type of market. That's my opinion.
Yes, I definitely agree. And as you mentioned, New Zealand has a lot of strong foreign market brands, and this is because they do have a lot of free trade agreements, and this may help in this case Mexico, since it's one of the Latin American countries that has the most benefits or the strongest free trade agreements. So that's also a benefit from marketing Jac and Ray in New Zealand. Yes. Are there any other opinions?
Could I make a follow-up question?
Yes, of course.
When talking about agreements, did you analyze any type of important information about the import and export of these products, or how will this product will be imported or exported?
Yes, so I did investigate a little bit of how it would work or how could this be implemented in New Zealand. And there are several manufacturers that can produce the food the ingredients that Jac and Ray needs. So that also would be better because it would lower the cost of production and it would still make it successful. I don't know the specific names of the manufacturers, but I can look for them later if that's okay.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, so I have. Oh, yes, of course.
In your opinion, what was the most interesting thing that you found when doing the research and the interviews and all that?
Well, the most interesting thing for me was when I investigated a lot about P&G or Procter and Gamble's, and I think well, they are a very known and famous brand, but I think the most interesting part was looking at their marketing strategies and why they are so successful, and finding out that a lot of their strategies are to focus on moving and touching people. I think that's one of the most interesting parts that a lot of brands forget, that it's when you get moved by a brand. I think that's the most important, or that's the most interesting fact that I found out. I have another question for you. So Jack and Ray used to have a very fun environment. They used to have such a well, they used to have a similar environment to that of a club. So they used to have music and lights, and besides the restaurant, it was a fun experience. They took this part of the restaurant out around the 90s. Do you think it would be more successful if they had that implemented today?
I
Well,
um I think that an environment that is original creates like a fingerprint for the brand. So I think it should come back since people will be like um the restaurant itself will be more recognizable.
Yes, I agree. It's definitely a thing that would stand out about this restaurant. But if there are no other questions, then that's it. Thank you for watching.